Hello, my name is Dr. Carlo Carandang, and I'm a psychiatrist. Today, I will answer a question about what is the best antidepressant for performance anxiety. Unfortunately, there are no antidepressants that are effective for performance anxiety. Performance anxiety is also known as stage fright. Performance anxiety is a type of social phobia in which you have an extreme fear of performing in front of an audience. So you are fearful that people will make fun of you, or you are fearful that you will embarrass yourself when you go and speak in front of them and deliver a presentation or speech, or if you perform music or sing in front of them. So basically you get stage fright, and being up on stage can induce an anxiety attack where you start having racing heartbeat, your chest starts to pound, your voice may start to quiver to the point where you can't speak or sing or talk. You might have muscle tension and you might have trembling. So if you are performing an instrument, you may not be able to move or your movements may not be as precise as your muscles are trembling. So when you are performing and you have stage fright, this can be very detrimental to the delivery of your speech or your music performance. However, antidepressants are not effective for performance anxiety or stage fright. However, antidepressants such as SSRIs, otherwise known as selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, and SNRIs, which are serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors, these two classes of antidepressants are commonly used to treat anxiety disorders. So SSRIs and SNRIs are effective for treating anxiety disorders such as social anxiety disorders, which is also known as social phobia, generalized anxiety disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, also known as PTSD, obsessive compulsive disorder, also known as OCD, and also panic disorder. So SSRIs and SNRIs, so examples of SSRIs are like Zoloft, Paxil, Prozac, Zoloft, and examples of SNRIs are things such as Pristiq or Effexor. So these types of medications are effective for the anxiety disorders I just mentioned, but for performance anxiety, it's not effective. As I said before, performance anxiety is a form of social phobia. So stage fright is a subtype of social anxiety disorder. What's different is that in social anxiety disorder, you have fear of social scrutiny whenever you are exposed to any group of people. So whenever you go out and you see people, you have this fear that you are being embarrassed or that people are scrutinizing you. Whereas with performance anxiety, you only get this fear of embarrassment or fear that people are making fun of you when you're actually performing in front of an audience. So that's the difference. So performance anxiety performance anxiety leads to discrete episodes of social anxiety, whereas in social anxiety disorder, the social anxiety occurs whenever you have contact with people. So with social anxiety disorder, the social anxiety occurs quite frequently, whereas with performance anxiety, it only occurs when you get up on stage and perform. So what medication then is effective for stage fright? Well, the medication that is effective for performance anxiety is a medication called propranolol, which is in a class of medications called beta blockers. So what happens when you are performing in front of people and you have stage fright is that you release this hormone called adrenaline. So with the fight or flight response, what happens is you get up on stage, then this makes you quite fearful that you're being made fun of. So this then goes to a part of your brain called the amygdala, and the amygdala then sends a signal to the sympathetic nervous system, which then triggers the adrenal glands to release adrenaline into your bloodstream. So what adrenaline does is that it increases your heart rate, it makes your chest pound, it makes your voice quiver, and it makes your legs tremble. So what happens is the adrenaline gives you the physical symptoms of anxiety, and you're not able to perform. However, when you take a beta blocker, such as propranolol, the beta blocker then blocks the effects of the adrenaline. So what happens is, instead of, when you take a beta blocker such as propranolol, then it blocks the effect of adrenaline, and then you don't get the physical symptoms of anxiety. So you're able to perform and sing or play music or give a speech and not have your heart rate race, not have your heart rate beat faster, or not have your chest pound, and not have your voice quiver, and not have your muscles tense or have them trembling. So propranolol, if you take 10 or 20 milligrams about an hour before your performance, then this helps you then to prevent the physical symptoms of anxiety. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for listening. I'm Dr. Carlo Carandang.